Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Now, today we're doing the debacle of Brentford versus Aston Villa. Now, before we get into this, I'll give you a little bit of a story about when I was playing, something that happened to me, and it's similar, so you can relate to what I'm saying, where the ref, how we lost control of this game, and how simple decisions change. So I was playing, I can't remember which team I was playing against, and the guy knew me, the goalkeeper, and the centre midfielder from the other team. Well, pretty much most teams I played against always knew who I was. But the goalkeeper came running out from a corner, shouting at the ref, he's fouling me, put his arms around me, because he was watching the ref, wasn't watching him, he was watching the guy kick the ball, tackled me to the ground, right, rolled me over like on top. I'm laughing the whole time. The goalkeeper's now on the floor with me on top of him with his arms out, telling the ref that I've fouled him. I get red carded straight away. Okay? Everybody starts laughing at the ref, because clearly it should never have been a red card, but the ref doesn't understand it. All he sees is me on top of the keeper. The keeper's been yelling, for a foul, and now I'm sent off. Then what ends up happening is my captain, DC, he ends up getting sent off about 5 minutes later because the ref has just lost complete control of the game because everyone's laughing at the ref because it was just an obvious, not a red card. Then someone on their team gets sent off because he starts telling the ref that he's a clown. So we had 3 red cards in the game that should never have been, and the game just got total mess. It was in the second half. If it was in the first half, the game would have been abandoned because the ref wouldn't have any control. And here's a similar situation. This is what happens in this game, because now we're going to talk about this game here. Look at this guy's arm around this guy's neck, and this is not given as a penalty. If this isn't a penalty when the guy throws him to the floor here, I don't know what it is. Watch. He's got him in a headlock and he throws him to the floor. What? So the ref starts losing control from that first instance there. And then we're going to get on to the next one when he loses control. But before we do that, we're going to cover the goal so I can keep it in chronological order and show you what happened when. So the next thing we're looking at is this goal going in. Obviously, there's a corner here. We're looking at a couple of people. That's not close enough. Don't mind that. That's not bad. That's okay. Like, genuinely, Villa is set up okay. Yeah, it should be easy to defend. So when the ball comes whipping in here, bosh, in it comes. We're going to stop it right here, and that's not bad. Defensively, you've got a melee of people there. You've got a guy to clear the ball, but look at this protagonist right here. Anyone who watches my videos know I talk about the D here, and what you need to do is be standing at the D, because this is where the area is where you score goals from and defend. So remember, he's here now in a position to run in and do anything he wants, right down the shaft towards the goal. That's what he can do. So as this ball bounces, you can see he's running. He's going to get a step, because this defender here, he's facing his own goal. So the only thing he can do is clear it that way, while this guy can smack it into the net box, which he does, and he gets his little touch, and he fires it in. Nice little goal there. All because he stood on the D. If you want to be a good player, you're a midfielder and you want to get goals from corners, stand on the D. When all of the ball breaks, you always get yourself a chance to get a goal. At least once a game, you're going to get an opportunity. If you're a defender, defend the D. All right, let's get on to the first red card in this debacle of the game. So this is the challenge right here. Okay, you can see how close the referee is. His studs are kind of up, but he doesn't really catch the guy. He jumps out the way a bit. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. He gives him a yellow card. Then he goes back on VAR and he gives him a red card. Now, this is the problem. First of all, the players now know that got choked out in the first bit that didn't call the penalty from VAR, but now they're calling him back for this. So now the ref's losing complete control, because he does. There's actually 2 fights in this game. Yeah, it's insane. But now you're going, okay, is it a clear and obvious red card? Well, no, not really, because the ref's right there. You can see it, and he's giving him a yellow card. Let's have a look at the tackle closer, so I can sort of break it down a little bit more for you. So here's the issue. Is it a red card? No. Is it a yellow card? Definitely. And here's it's right in between a red and a yellow. When you see this challenge, you'll see what I mean, because it is a dirty challenge. You can see, yeah. If the ref gives it as a red, I've got no problem with it, because the ref is giving it as a red on the field, and he's right there, and he can see it. When VAR gives it as a red, it means that the ref didn't see it in real time. Well, he did see it in real time. He heard the noise, and he deemed it not to be a complete red. And I kind of agree with him. It is one of those challenges where you can see it being given a red, but you can also say, yeah, it's just a strong yellow, which isn't a thing. We all know that, but it kind of should be, right? But you can see he catches him. Not leg breaking. He catches him. His foot's not planted on the ground. Now, if this guy's foot's on the ground, straight away red card. No questions asked, but it's not. He's up in the air, so there's no real danger. Yeah, he's kind of out of control a bit, but it's not a straight red. If you're watching it right there like that, you're going, yeah, it's just not really. It's close, but it's not. If the guy's foot's on the ground, yeah. But now, because of that red, No one trusts the ref at all, and it all breaks, it all goes mad. Let's just keep watching and see what goes on. So now you can see Brentford are back, trying to get in their shape right here. Not too happy with that, really. I don't really like that. It's a bit messy. So you can't really put pressure on the ball. And they go, oh yeah, but you've got to play it down. Yeah, you still need to be putting pressure on the ball. So because they're so deep with 5 like this, and this is a weird shape, it gives them a weird shape, so they can sort of sit out here and dictate what's really going on. They need to be able to put pressure on anything that goes out wide like this. So when this ball goes out wide here, look, bosh. Do you see this? They're jogging, but there's no real pressure there. It's one of those things I can't stand in the Premier League. It looks like we're defending, but you're not. You're not really trying to get the ball. You're just kind of, I'm standing over here. So now this guy's got extra time to pick out a pass and try and get his crossover, which he does. So he takes his time, puts a crossover. Oh, wait, sorry, I've got to stop it a bit. I want to talk about this guy right here. So when you've got this back 5 and you're doing all of this, right, and you're man-to-man marking and doing, just this guy just, ghosting in on the back post that no one is aware of. And I just think it's terrible, because if you've got that many people back and you've got no one bothering to look behind and check the blind side, it's just poor defending. Yeah, so when it goes back out over here, look, I've got to pause it again because I'll get copyright struck again by the old Premier League. But you can see what I mean. It's like you've got all these people back, but yeah, you've got 1, 2, 3 people unmarked in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people over here. Well, I don't mind him, he's all right. But they're trying to win the ball, but they're not actually trying to win the ball. So it's kind of no point of having all of these bodies back. I always find it's funny when people go down to 10 men. They defend worse. And people go, yeah, but it doesn't make sense. I know they have more people back, but they defend worse because people don't really take their their job and responsibility properly. They just kind of let it go. So as this ball comes across, this guy's got a complete free header on the back post, and he gets his goal. Let's get on to the next goal and some of the nonsense that happens after that. This is a simple goal. They're all just running in. Someone's looking for a flick on the back post and trying to get a header. Flick on the front post, trying to get a header on the back post. Anyone who's listened to my videos for a long time will be able to tell you about how much I rant about players being on the post and the difference it makes. This is another goal. If you had somebody on the post, it wouldn't have happened. Remember, if you're on the post, you're not marking the post. You're coming out and defending the area in front. So your back is like on the goal line, and so you can always run forward and defend the ball and get rid of it easy. If they had that here, this wouldn't have been a goal. So when this comes across, bonk, little flick, and then comes the header straight into the back post there, and then it goes to the net box. Now I want to show you the bundle that happens right after. This guy comes up and starts taunting the home fans, and then just all kind of breaks loose. For some reason, a Brentford player decides to come in and try to pull him out of the goal for no reason. There's just no reason to get involved. Okay, he's being a pain to your fans, I get it, but all that's going to happen is just bad news. And the next thing is total chaos. You've got people putting people in bear hugs, people are grabbing people's throats, and it's mad. And it goes on for a good 2-3 minutes. This one fight. There's another one later on, don't worry. It all kicks off. But it's mainly because the ref has just lost complete control and respect of all the players. And you can see that from those little incidences, and it builds and it builds and it builds. And anyone that's been in one of these games like this before knows exactly what I'm talking about. When the ref's just got absolutely no control, no one's listening to him, everyone's just doing what they want. No one gets in trouble for any of this, by the way. I just think there's one yellow card for this. Here's another image. Remember that goalkeeper a minute ago was in the goal on the other side? Now the fight's on the other post. It carries on. It's just a complete and utter mess. Yeah. Carries on for quite a while. You should go and watch it on the highlights. It's quite funny. But let me show you the next fight. So for some reason now, the goalkeeper's over here, and in comes this guy for absolute no. Here's the ball. Here's the ball. It's over here. Woo, woo, woo. So this guy comes up and just hits the keeper. That comes in. Doosh. Hits the keeper. No reason. Just runs straight into him. Flattens the keeper. He's not very happy the keeper's on the, it's all just a complete and utter disaster. Let's just get on to the next one. Yeah, there's more to come. Don't worry, there's still more to come. Now comes the keeper to take a free kick. Of course, guess what he's going to do? Yep, you guessed it. He's going to push him, and he's going to go down, and he's going to stay on the floor for quite a while. And then there's going to be a whole nother bundle. Don't worry, apparently if you grab someone's shirt when they're on the ground, it's not a yellow card. Doesn't count. Ref can't see this, right? That's like the guy's just sat there on the floor and he's just getting manhandled by their goalkeeper. I think it's hilarious. Oh, and here's the other. Don't worry, here comes the cavalry. The ref's like seeing them come running because like obviously he's on the ground and nonsense. But here comes the backup. Whoosh! Now here comes the next fight. It's like the ref has just gone no. Look, they don't even care that the ref's there. They're all just going to start pushing and shoving each other. It's hilarious. Oh, guy's over here still on the floor wondering what's happened. This guy actually here, don't know who he is. He's been held back by the Aston Villa player. He takes a swipe. Watch his hand here. He takes a bit of a swipe. Whoosh. You see? Yeah, goes thing. It's Yeah, it keeps going. Out comes another red card. The bench empties. It's just hilarity. Yeah, you should just go and have a little bit of a watch of it, that thing a couple of times, because it will make you laugh, but it won't have my funny commentary in the background. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.